What's up, everybody? Welcome to the weekly rotation series. I talk about which fragrances I wore last week, and I get your opinion. Which fragrances did you wear? I want to know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. So this week was quite a busy week, and it was a hot week too. I chose to wear some fragrances that I did not think through. I had sprayer's regret a lot of the time. On Saturday, yesterday, I recorded a wedding, and I did the videography for a wedding. I'm a videographer, filmmaker as a trade profession. So that was fun, a lot of work. I never want to do a wedding again. All right, so starting it off on Monday, we'll get to that. But on Monday, I decided I wanted to wear a fragrance I've never wore. So I looked at the back of my shelf to try to find, you could see all the dust on this too. This is Frenetic Home Intense by Amir. And as you can tell, probably from the bottle, this is a Dior Homme Intense, or an inspired by. The bottle cylinder style doesn't really do it justice, but the color design really does. All right, so my initial impressions of this, like when I first did the first impressions of this fragrance when I first got it, I was a little mixed on it. The opening is unique. It's got this like kind of green nuance in here as well. I didn't really like it. I gave it a really low rating. I really thought that this one is subpar, lackluster, and I still think that compared to like Cayenne Classic, you can pick that one up, and that one is such a better alternative, I think. But you know, this was the second time wearing it, and I really kind of enjoyed it. The dry down is pretty much similar to Dior Homme Intense. There's no differences between Dior Homme Intense and this when they dry down. It's got the same kind of longevity. I feel like the only difference is with the opening. The opening is definitely interesting, and it's definitely unique to the whole Dior Homme Intense DNA. That being said, I did enjoy it, because I love this DNA, I really do. And when it dried down, I just thought I was wearing Dior Homme Intense. But during the opening, it felt like I was wearing a cheaper version of Dior Homme Intense. It's kind of a cleaner, lighter version, more lavender, linalool, clean musk, a lot more cleanness in the opening. But once it dries down, they quite become the same similar scent, and I like it. When I first sprayed it on, I was a little, am I sure I want to wear this today? As the day progressed, I felt okay with it. This was not the day to wear this though. It was quite hot on Monday, and definitely not recommended. I sprayed like 8 sprays of this too, so I was a little much. And that seems like to be the flavor of the week, is too much. Frenetic Homme Intense by Amir, great stuff. And then on Tuesday, I had like a company dinner up at a bar. I had a gin and tonic up there. Excellent stuff. I had a pizza bread kind of thing, and it was like, it shouldn't even be considered pizza. I ordered it off their menu, and it said, choose your pizza. And I was like, I'll have a margarita pizza. And it came, and it was like this loaf of bread that just had cold pizza sauce. It was really weird. I was like, that's not a pizza. That's not a pizza. But I wore Rouse Club Eau de Parfum, and I think that this is an amazing going out fragrance. I think that this is clean, sweet, musky, and it projects off really nice. I got a couple of compliments, including from my boss, which is always hit or miss. You don't know if you're offending your boss. That's the last person you want to offend. But hopefully he liked it, and I'm not going to get fired. It worked for the occasion. I had a good time, and it was a nice kind of like company kind of event. And the bar was pretty cool too. The gin and tonic I had, I'm actually making gin and tonics. I actually have kind of perfected my gin and tonic recipe. So I compared it to my gin and tonics that I make, and I feel like I do a pretty good job compared to a bar's gin and tonic. I really don't know how you can mess up a gin and tonic, really. I feel like I'm okay at it. All right, moving it on forward into Sprayer Regret. So this is from Dumont, and forgive me for the butcher of this name, but Bolera Perilol? I'm probably butchering that name. Anyway, this is a really heavy heavy, 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 smoky leather fragrance, and it was 80 degrees on Wednesday. Yeah, I sprayed like 6 or 7 sprays, and it was so much. I had so much sprayer's regret. I was trying to stay away from everybody. It's almost kind of got a tobacco kind of touch to it, but I don't know if there is tobacco in here, probably. But this one is kind of similar in the same kind of vein as like Red Tobacco or, you know, Carlisle from Fragrantica. I looked it up and that's what people are comparing it to. And I could see that. I have a couple clones of Red Tobacco and they kind of smell uniquely similar in their own regard, but I can pick up the nuances. But so this was total sprayer's regret. I think that this one is good, but this needs like a super cold day in the middle of winter, somewhere in a cave, nowhere in summer heat with swim trunks and regret. Not this. All right, then last week I touched on, I made a video and I talked a little bit about Dylan Blue. And I was like, I haven't sprayed this one on in a while, so I wanted to give it a go on Thursday. I almost said Tuesday. I sprayed on Dylan Blue for Thursday and just loved it. Loved every minute of it. I sprayed like, I think 10 sprays, so I was pushing off a lot. It lasted into the 10-ish hours, so, you know, really good longevity here. It just smells so clean. Musky and kind of sharp too, musky fresh, and just absolutely amazing. There's something special about this DNA that like when you smell it, it instantly tells you Dylan Blue. Really good stuff here, highly recommend. Then on Friday I wore a Zion by, and then on Friday, I wore Alexandria Fragrance's Zion, one of the best fragrance clones of Elysium. If you're looking for an Elysium clone, go with Zion from Alexandria Fragrances. You can pick up a nice big bottle like this. It is kind of expensive. I think it's around $100 for the big 100 ml, but I think it's so worth it. Or you just buy the original and just, but from what I know, there's performance issues with the original, so you know, tread lightly. But I've been wearing this one. It's just fantastic. I've had this one for many years. I think I picked it up back in 2021, I'm pretty sure. So I've had this for a little under 3 years. I haven't gone through, I don't know if you can see that, but it's kind of like just at the tippy tip top. So I'm never gonna go through that. If that is what I wear in 3 years, I'm gonna have this till I'm 90. All right, then Saturday came around. I was off during the morning and then I had a wedding. I recorded a wedding at, you know, like 1 or so. And I wore Dior Homme 2020, just 2020. I was gonna say some intense stuff, but whatever. This is so good, really good professional scent. This is highly regarded as one of my favorite fragrances of all time. And you can tell from the dent, I got my bottle. See, this is the difference. I got this bottle in 21, I think, 2021, because I put it off for so long because all the fragrance reviewers talked shit on it. And I was like, I'm not gonna buy it because random fragrance reviewer online said not to buy it. And then I finally just pulled the trigger and I was like, this is a fragrance I can wear all the time. But anyway, I wore this for my professional wedding gig. Smelled fantastic, smelled amazing. I think I sprayed like 10 sprays. I didn't want to steal his wife, so I kind of dialed it back to 10 sprays. Dior Homme 2020, excellent stuff. And then today I'm wearing K by Dolce & Gabbana. This is the Eau de Parfum version. I know they came out with the Parfum version. I want to try it eventually. I know they added the leather accord in here, but this stuff is like a, you know, long lost love of mine. Love the way it smells. You can see the dent I put in it. I wear this stuff all the time. I love it, love it, love it. I don't really wear it anymore, and that's why I kind of wanted to pull it out today. So, but it's super clean, fresh, and just amazing. You know, blue fragrances get kind of touted as boring and, you know, stupid and this, that, and the other thing. But the fact is, if you can smell this good by just spraying on some liquid, like I feel like we're so spoiled. Like we can simply just throw on a fragrance and smell like $1,000,000. A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, during the caveman times, you would rub shit on yourself and call yourself an eau de parfum. I don't want to live like that. It could be worse. Tomorrow is Labor Day. Hopefully nobody has to work because it's Labor Day. I know you're not supposed to wear white after Labor Day. I don't know where I heard that from, but don't wear white on Tuesday, whatever you do. I am getting ready to launch my own brand, Tanchi, and this is what the bottles look like. This is Maelstrom here, and this is kind of like a peach sauvage. That's kind of how I'm touting it. So if you like sauvage kind of style with a peach accord in here, I made up this beautiful peach kind of smell. It's like this sweet peach kind of smell. I put it in here, and I also have Frostfire and Wandering Heart that I'm working on. I'm getting there. But I'm really hoping, I'm just working up the courage to selling them. I think I'm gonna put them on sale next week. They'll come in a little box like this, and I have 20 of them. So it's gonna be a very limited stock. You know, these are all like, you know, Maelstrom, and they'll come like this, and I'm really excited. It's gonna be a very limited batch. It's only 20 of them, you know, because I messed up a lot of the other batches with other, you know, fragrances and stuff, but I'm really happy with how they turned out now. I am gonna be offering samples. I think I'm gonna have the ability to sell 100 samples with the amount that I have. But once I sell through this, I'm gonna pay off some debt, and then I'm gonna try to put myself back into debt by reordering more materials and getting more bottles out there. So it's a work in progress. I've done so much research, and you know, I taught myself how to make perfume. I think that's pretty cool. Anyway, thanks so much for watching the video, everyone. Let me know your weekly rotation in the comments down below, and I'm most likely going to launch next week. So if you're interested at all, I just want to work out the fine details, not over a holiday weekend, so I might do it next week. So thanks so much for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time.